Zark here with part 1 of how to start your own Minecraft server. So first off, what we're going to start with is what version you'll be getting, and this will be a Forge server. So, now as of March 2015, it looks like most of the mods that we have, especially if you're wanting to make some transit, you're going to need 1.7.10. So we're going to go with the Minecraft Forge, the latest and the recommended. They're both the same version. Sometimes I like to just go with the recommended. And what we'll do here is download the installer. So we'll download this. It's only 3 MB, so it shouldn't take too long at all. Alright, so once you are done downloading this, you will want to open it up, and there is install client and install server. Now do know that if you do install Forge for your server, people will need Forge on their clients. So make sure everyone does have that. Now install server, and we're going to put this into our directory for Minecraft server, which is just on our desktop. And open this up and hit OK. So this will download all of the files that are required. So once that is done downloading and installing, it should say success. You'll be left with these 3 files. So what we're going to do is just open up and launch the Minecraft server 1.7.10. And opening this up should install a few little folders and files for us, get it set up. And now we should have these 3 things. We'll open up EULA and change this to true, assuming you have read all the agreements and everything. And once you have set that they're true, save it, and we can close that. And then we shall relaunch the Minecraft server 1.7.10. And doing this, we'll install all the files and folders, and it should set up our little world server. Now, after this is set, you can put in another little world save file or some city or whatever you have that you'd prefer using. And once this launches, you'll see it's done here. So we're just going to type in stop, and you always want to try to use stop. You don't want to ever just completely close out of it, because you might have just some port problems. And it's good to just manually do it that way. Now that we are here, what we'll want to do is start up a little text file, so we can just click on it and it'll launch Forge for us. So we're going to call this little text file starter. I like to call it a little starter file. And what we're going to do is type some info into this. We're going to go to this little link I have here, open tutorial setting up a server. I'll link this in the description, and we'll want to make a little command line. Now to make this command line, we'll need to use Java, because of course Minecraft runs off of Java. So we'll need to do this, permanently modifying the system path for Java. So we'll go to right clicking on the computer and go to properties, and once that is loaded up, we will go to advanced system settings, and here we will go to the environment variables, and under this system variables we'll find the path variable. And there it is. So there's our path variable. Now I already have it set up for the C drive here, and what you'll do is click edit on this, and right here it will show it, for example, the C drive program files. It just depends on where it is, and up here it'll show if you're using 32-bit Windows, it'll be here. If you're using 32-bit Java on 64-bit Windows. Now I should have 64-bit Java on 64-bit Windows, so we're actually going to see if it's there. It has it where it's going to this Oracle Java path, and I haven't really had to mess with that much, so we're going to give this a quick look. Program files and Java, and there it is, JRE. I have the newer version. So what we'll do here is set this to the bin folder. Where is that folder now? Okay, here we go. Okay, so we're just going to go into this and copy and paste with Control C. We're going to close out of that. Control V here. Oh, I accidentally didn't grab it all. Control V, and there it is. So we're going to go ahead and click OK. OK, and save all of this and get this closed out of. So now that we are done with this, we can continue with our little starter file, and this will be the batch. And creating a bat file to store the commands. So now I'm going to call this title MC server. Now, you might have to have that dash in, I don't know. Sometimes they'll act a little weird. Now we should be able to type in Java XMS 1024M XMX 2048M. Now this depends on how much RAM you want to use. Now I'm fine with using just this much RAM. I'm not going to have a lot of people on this server, and I'd like to just have a little bit to go to just doing whatever on my computer while the server runs. Now if you have tons of RAM, feel free to just use like 8 gig or whatever if you have a lot of players and your computer can't support it. But jar. Now what I'm going to do here is call it forge jar, no GUI, and then pause. Because of this, I don't want to have to put all of these numbers in, so I'm going to rename this to just forge, and that'll make things simple, and then I can just use forge here. Then we're going to save this with Control S, but we're going to actually go here and save as, and we're going to save this as starter.bat, and we're going to save as type all files and save, and that will make us a little batch file here, starter. So let's go ahead and open this up. And you can see a command prompt that pops up, and it creates more files for us. And there we go, it is starting to generate everything, and it is loading our little world, and there it is, done. So we can even type in help to make sure everything's good. Yep, things are popping up, so we are good. Can't remember all the little player commands. It's list, yes, and 0 out of 20 players are online, of course. Now what we can do is hit Control C, and this will close out of it properly instead of hitting the X button. And it'll ask yes or no. You'll just hit Y. Why? Because Y is yes. But yes, okay. And now we have our little mods folder here, and we can throw in mods, and that will be for the future. And we'll take a quick look at the little config file, the properties here. And if you feel like changing anything for your server, like the level name, you can change this to world 2. Maybe you already had a world that you're wanting to just implement into this, allowing nether. And what we'll do is, instead of having max players 20, we'll just set it to 10. I don't want that many people. And for the little message of the day, to have our little server name, we'll call it Zark's server. And you can change the difficulty here. PvP, I'm going to turn PvP off. I don't want people really killing each other at this moment. Hardcore faults, and this seems like a little peaceful server where people will not kill each other, just griefing, but that's fine. And I want this to be personal, so we're going to turn whitelist on, and there we have it. That's the config file. Feel free to change anything here, look up what all these do, and stay tuned for part 2, which will be setting up the mods and everything. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check out the other videos and send a like and comment if you need any help. I'll see you till next time. Tschüss.